Good evening, I'm Dan Harris. After nearly 2 years and more than $1 billion, the presidential race is now entering its last full week. The latest ABC News poll shows Barack Obama ahead by 7 points. That is a lot of ground for John McCain to make up, even under the best of circumstances. But the McCain campaign is now not only fighting Obama. There are reports that aides to McCain and his running mate Sarah Palin are fighting each other. So we're going to start tonight with ABC's Ron Claiborne, who's in Zanesville, Ohio.
Even as John McCain campaigns in this key battleground state, Ohio, there are reports that his campaign has been wrecked by infighting.
So welcome, John McCain.
Campaigning earlier today in Iowa, a state which President Bush carried 4 years ago, and where McCain is far behind Barack Obama, McCain attacked Obama as a tax raiser and vowed to fight on.
We never quit. We never give up. Now let's go win this election and get this country moving again.
But behind the scenes, there are reports of a different kind of fight between insiders in the McCain campaign and the Palin camp, though both sides deny it.
It's about, Palin's people blaming McCain for messing up her rollout. A senior McCain aide coming back calling her a diva.
In recent days, Palin has been delivering messages that sometimes conflict with McCain's, like criticizing automated robocalls and calling for McCain to attack Obama over Reverend Jeremiah Wright, which he has refused to do.
She's definitely, mapping out her own effort, it looks like, from what people are saying, both in print and behind the scenes. They're having some difficulty keeping her on message.
But in an interview today, McCain was as supportive as ever of his running mate.
I don't defend her. I praise her. I don't defend her.
McCain did defend the Republican Party spending $150,000 on new clothes for Palin.
She lives a frugal life. She and her family are not wealthy. She and her family were thrust into this, and there was some third of that money is given back.
Campaigning today in Florida, Palin responded to Wardrobe Gate.
Those clothes, they are not my property. I'm not taking them with me. I'm back to wearing my own clothes from my favorite consignment shop in Anchorage, Alaska.
Palin went on to say she bought her own wedding ring for $35. This reported dissension in the ranks may be a sign of growing frustration that nothing the McCain campaign is trying to do, trying to hit Barack Obama with, seems to be sticking, and time is running out. Dan?
Ron Claiborne reporting from Ohio tonight. Ron, thank you. One way to measure Obama's confidence, and critics might call it overconfidence, is to look at where he's been campaigning this weekend. Nevada, New Mexico, and today Colorado, all states that voted for President Bush back in 2004. ABC's Jake Tapper is with the Obama campaign tonight in Colorado.
Good evening. The latest Rocky Mountain News poll of Colorado voters has Senator Barack Obama leading 52% to 40%, and Senator Obama is doing everything he can to make that the result in 9 days. In Denver this afternoon, Senator Barack Obama continued to hammer Senator John McCain as nothing more than George W. Bush 2.0.
This morning, Senator McCain said that actually he and President Bush share a common philosophy. That's right, Colorado. I guess that was John McCain finally giving us a little straight talk.
That is not the full context of McCain's remarks about President Bush.
So, do we share a common philosophy of the Republican Party? Of course. But I've stood up against my party, not just President Bush, but others, and I've got the scars to prove it.
But Senator McCain voted with President Bush 90% of the time over the last 8 years. Just the other day, George Bush returned the favor and voted early for John McCain. Well, Colorado, George Bush isn't the only one who gets to vote early. You can vote early, too.
Obama's continuing his attacks on McCain in this new negative TV ad airing in battleground states all over the country.
John McCain wants to tear Barack Obama down.
Polls indicate that message is working here in Colorado, where more than 100,000 turned out to see Obama in Denver. But there is a key group of swing independent voters concerned about one party controlling all of Washington. In the latest ABC News Washington Post tracking poll, independents prefer divided government to one-party rule, 43% to 34%. So McCain is raising the specter of a three-headed liberal hydra. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, and President Obama controlling Washington.
Senator Obama is measuring the drapes and planning with Speaker Pelosi and Senator Reid to raise taxes, increase spending, and concede defeat in Iraq.
Tomorrow in Canton, Ohio, Senator Obama will deliver what he calls his closing argument speech, in which he'll say that Senator McCain has not offered one example of how he differs with President Bush on the economy. On Wednesday night, he will offer a half-hour TV ad to air on networks and cable. Dan?
Jake Tapper reporting from Colorado.